have the star offensive player, they do have very good pitching.
In the air, out to deep left center field. It's at the track, at the wall, gone! Home run for Rafael Furcal. The leadoff man's first of the season.
Just fine. There's a line drive, base hit for Call. Oquendo sending Cruz. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he is saved. The Cardinals take the lead 2-1. 2-0. The winning run at second base. And here's a line drive, base hit to left. Here comes Joe Kelly. He rounds third. He's going to score, and it's a Cardinal winner. Rafael Furcal delivers in the 12th.
He didn't need to be at third base. He can score from second.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Up the middle, it's off the mound. Furcal to his left and makes the play.
Give an assist to the mound.
You bet.
You're absolutely right. That ball was headed to center field, but off the mound, then it takes a high bounce. That allows the extra time. Look and see how that high bounce allows the time for Furcal get over there on the first base side of second and complete the throw.
Wanted him. He's a left-hander with 200+ innings who actually had a decent record last year. Couldn't get a contract.
High drive, left center field. It's well hit, and this ball is gone. One of the deepest parts of the park, and Rafael Furcal goes deep. What a start here in Arizona, and it's 1-0 St. Louis. There aren't many that get out that part of the ballpark during BP, much less in live action. Over early on. Mike even saying, as the home runs have been good, gets the bunt down, a run will score. It's a base hit for Rafael Furcal. Home runs are nice, but he says, I want him to put it on the ground or line drives, get on base. He'll take that as well. Base hit for Furcal, cuts the lead to 2-1.
That perfect execution. He leads the major leagues with his 27 RBIs out of the leadoff spot, and it's just sort of a safety. Gets the bunt down, and they fools them by surprise. The Cardinals get a run, and he gets his second bunt base hit of the year.
Series. This was 46, I believe he said it was. And Williams had a bad series. And there's the shortstop for a call. How about that? It worked.
It was also the normal second baseman.
That's a good point. Good point.
But it does get in the minds and the head of a hitter, and sometimes they'll go against their grain or what they normally do to try and beat the shift and help contribute to them making outs.
Well, Mike Matheny was talking about when he decides to use it. He said all the info was compiled by the guys in the front office, or a great amount of it, as we see the range there. But he
ground ball up the middle and through. Descalso around third. He'll come in to score on the RBI single by Furcal as the Cardinals have taken a 3-0 lead.
Johnson has hung a breaking ball. He's given up a few hits on fastballs. The location's just.
There's still a ways to go before Fuentes would join the ball club.
First pitch, tough play for Cal, and out at first. Nice play by Rafael Furcal.
Gorman with another bang play. Slow roller over here. Exchange and throw on the run, and just gets him at first base. That is a young.
Holiday, Furcal's teammate, has come into the on-deck circle, and Furcal will bring him to the plate here in the 4th inning. Furcal will dig for second and turn and go. The relay by Cano not made. It's a 2-out triple for Rafael Furcal. And in his first start, 3rd All-Star game, Furcal has a triple here in the 4th inning.
Down the right field line and rattles around in that corner. That's a triple haven, a triple waiting to happen in that corner because of the contours here at Kauffman Stadium. even though there are 2 outs. Furcal makes it to third without a play.
Furcal has been one of the real bright spots for the.
Well, you saw the strike. You saw it with your brain and your eyes. 1-2 to Furcal. Line drive, base hit to left. The Cardinals have tied it, and they may win it. Play at the plate, and he is saved. The Cardinals win it. David Freese slides under the tag. Come from behind victory for St. Louis, and they are celebrating together at second base. Rafael Furcal, the game winner.
One of the best games of the season. This is a way to end the first half. Send Furcal to the All-Star game. Let all the players enjoy the time off and then be ready for the showdown in the second half. And it starts with Cincinnati.
Here's the replay.
Breaking ball down the way, slicing it, hitting to the opposite field. A long time to get rid of that ball by Morrison. Right there, a little trouble with the exchange. Trying to go there, and he couldn't apply the tag. Cuzzy with a great call and the correct call. Buck had trouble trying to get that tag down. Watch him right there. He sees the trouble, and he slides across the plate.
Curveball, one hop to short. They're going to come home with it. Molina tags out Ruiz at the plate. Heads up play by Rafael Furcal. That ball was hit hard enough. Even though they had the infield back, I don't know if Ruiz thought that ball would be coming home.
He's probably been told, hey, they're back. You see a little hesitation as it was a one-hopper, and then you see that very good throwing arm still by Furcal. You have to get an out. So the sure out's going to be to first base.
23 RBIs you talked about earlier. What a play by Furcal, diving in the hole to take a hit away from Galvis. Cardinals flashing the leather here in the 4th inning. Ground ball up the middle. Furcal dives for it and flips to Descalso, and they get the runner at second base. What a play that was. Rafael Furcal has been busy, and he has been good here this afternoon. Wow.
Hot day like this, you got to keep your concentration. But look at this effort. Both of them went for it up the middle, and you see Descalso trying to backpedal, trying to get in a position to find the bag where he can't look at it, and also he's staring at the flip from Furcal, and then he's finding the bag with.
Or quiet. Here's a 1-2 to Furcal. He hits it down the right field line. This could be trouble, and that ball is fair. It's off the wall. Furcal will dig for second. Back-to-back doubles. Carpenter scores to make it 11-2 St. Louis.
How important is it to see Rafael Furcal? He had 3 hits in opening day, 3 more hits here today. You know, his second RBI, doing the little things. After a tough spring training, this guy was one of the most exciting players when he first came up with Atlanta. Still doing the job defensively, but when he
ground ball up the middle. Furcal has it, off balance throw, and he got it.
What a play. He hasn't quit, has he? Look at that play right there. He's trailing 14-5, and you get an exceptional defensive play, trying to help out. Reaches as far as he can to haul it in. Then he's still got to stop or get your motion in position to where you can throw the runner out at first base. Just takes a hit away from McGee.
Put pressure on the D. That slap the other way. It is fair. Down into the corner. Robinson on his way to third. He will score. Delivering here in the 9th. Rafael Furcal. More insurance for St. Louis.
It's Ralphie's 7th RBI of the season. Slap hitter just goes down to the left field corner. He knows he's got an extra base, and Robinson can really fly. He's got a good look at this. He can just round the bases. Additional pressure on him by naming the closer.
Here's Furcal and a high drive out to deep right field, and this ball is gone. It's a home run. Rafael Furcal with a solo shot. That's number 4 for the Cardinals shortstop and the former Brave.
It's number 4, his first left-handed.
Al, on this date in 2003, Furcal, Mark DeRosa, and Gary Sheffield hit home runs in the bottom of the first. Boom, boom, boom. It's only been done twice. And Rafael Furcal with 2 hits.
Playing short for the Diamondbacks. 2-2 the count to him. Kyle Loesch has been good so far. We're visiting with Kevin Demoff. Tough play for Furcal. Off balance throw. Nice play by Alan Craig. Good play on both ends. There's some athleticism for you. Maybe those guys can be defensive backs, or I don't know. Where would you put Furcal? What do you think?
I think Furcal, you probably put him as a corner. I think that's where he would be, right? Cover corner.
I like it.
Showing that kind of range, he could do it. Knock some balls down.
Craig, maybe a linebacker. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Craig is tight end linebacker.
You know, you have a pretty.
He came up, and a lot of people took notice of his low ERA.
Hard hit ball down the line. It's fair. Furcal rounds first. He's headed to second. A leadoff double for the Cardinals shortstop. The 1-2. Hitting the gap in right center field. This could be trouble, and it is down. Cut off by the center fielder, who bobbles it a bit. Garcia's going to try to score. Phillips has it. The play at the plate, and he is out at the plate. Bang, bang play. Good throw from Brandon Phillips. There's a soft liner over the head of Phillips, and it's down as Phillips can't jump with the bad hamstring. Base hit for Furcal. 8-1 St. Louis.
Another 3-hit game for Ralphie. Drives in his 5th.
Ground ball to the right side, and this is through into right field, and Shane Robinson will score. 11-1 St. Louis.
Second RBI for Furcal. 4th hit of the game.
You got to just stand here. You're going to get 8 more out there. Stop throwing.
A liner, and it's caught it short by Furcal.
Ball hit right on the nose. Furcal lays out. My favorite position. Hard hit to right. Is it fair? You bet it is. And into the corner. Descalzo scores. Here comes Tony Cruz. Play is at third, and he is safe at third. A triple for Rafael Furcal, hugging the bag.
It's his 3rd triple, and he had one last night, didn't he? 3rd triple on the year, and back-to-back games with a triple. This one scores 2. Saunders tries to gut it out. That's his 45 or 46 RBIs.
Alan Craig's spot. And he was still in the game.
That's a base hit inside the third base line. Green on his way to third. They'll wave him in. Furcal has given the Cardinals a lead. 7-6 here in the 10th. And yet with all that, it's a 1-run St. Louis lead.
Slaps that ball inside the bag, and the speed of Tyler Green takes over from there. Tyler Green has a lot of ability, and a lot of it on the base pass for sure.
Furcal has been on base twice tonight. He lines it into center field, and that's a base hit. RBI for Rafael Furcal. 2-hit night. His hitting streak, by the way, now at 11.
Furcal, a hit machine. Gets his hits in bunches. Descalzo, who I believe they ruled hit a triple, not a double and an.
Furcal out to left. That's a base hit. Here comes Robinson. He will score. And it's 2-0 Cardinals. The second base hit for Furcal.
But with the 3-2 pitch and an early head start, just a little breaking ball out there.
Another looper, another base hit, and 2 runs will score. They haven't hit a ball hard this inning.
No, they haven't. He's got to be frustrated. But to Oral's point, and that ball wasn't hit very hard, but he hasn't been hitting his spots enough. And I know that ball broke his bat.
But you watch this ball, it jams him, but it's over the middle of the plate.
Not where he
so
wanted
if he
it.
gets it all the way in, that ball is like a 30-foot
pop-up
instead of a 150.